Hey B&H viewers, today we're taking a first look at Canon's brand new EOS 90D and the brand new EOS M6 Mark II. Now both of these cameras represent the top tier of Canon's APS-C line in digital imaging, one SLR, one mirrorless. Right now the 90D, high order bid here is speed. You can shoot up to 10 frames per second in continuous burst mode. The autofocus tracking on this camera is incredible. Whether you're shooting with all points active, whether you're in the zone mode, we put it through our paces today and got some incredible results out in the field. It is nice shooting with an SLR. It is really nice. Forget about that, you know, in the mirrorless space, you pick up a camera, you either look at the rear screen or you try to look through the electronic viewfinder and nothing is there. So it's so cool with an SLR, power, no power, you put it up, you're looking through the lens, which is so very nice. But the new metering system that's built into the 90D, it's freaking awesome. Like, I'm just shooting everything here today just right on the meter. And it's bang on accurate. You know, look at these shots, it's bang on accurate. When you're in live view or when you're using an electronic viewfinder, one nice feature is you get the little boxes, and I think you've seen this. You don't really see things like that when you use an optical viewfinder, but underneath the hood here on the 90D, there is face detection autofocus. So even if you're using the optical viewfinder, if you have all of the autofocus points selected, the camera's running an algorithm that's detecting faces, and we tested this out in a short little portrait session with Matt, and it grabbed his face every time. I was incredibly impressed with that. I love looking through an optical viewfinder. You see everything that the lens sees. This particular viewfinder on the 90D has 100% coverage, so top, bottom, left, right, you see everything that's in the frame. Now, one of the awesome features of mirrorless has been face detection technology and autofocus. You actually get face detection if you have all of your autofocus points active on the 90D. So we're gonna try that in a portrait situation here with Matt. Ready, Matt? Ready. Matt appears to be ready. You know, Matt, I never really noticed how heroic a person might look holding a parasol there. It's pretty good. You're my hero today, man. It's hot. It's hot. All right, see how these look. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those longer ones.
Yep.
Really good.
Face detection works through an optical viewfinder, folks. That looks great. So we're gonna do like maybe
try some sprinting.
Let's try some sprinting. I'm not an athlete.
You look like you could be an athlete.
Ooh, I'm not an athlete. So you're gonna flat out, you're gonna like
sprint.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You good?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, we're going. Let's call the settings out. Okay. 8,000th of a second, 5.6 servo mode, high speed continuous, 10 frames a second. The things we do to test a camera, but you know, this is a big deal. You know, it wasn't that long ago that to get this kind of performance, you'd have to be in the EOS 1 series. This is pretty awesome. All right, we're gonna see what happens. Bobby's gonna run flat out. Ready, Bobby? All right, Bobby's ready. Here we go. All right, let's do it. There he is. There he is. How you feeling?
Winded. But good.
That was flat out running, man. That was awesome.
That's the point. You gotta get out there and test it. And now
they're all in focus. So I mean, this is a good deal. Like if you're the kind of person that shoots action, a lot of frames, you need that stuff in focus, you want a high keeper rate. I think there's some really nice sauce on the 90D, man. This is pretty cool. Both the 90D and the EOS M6 Mark II have video modes. You have UHD 4K, which uses the whole sensor. It's not doing one of those bad crop things. You got that at 30p. You can also do slow motion. You can shoot 120 frames per second in full HD. That's really awesome. The only thing missing here is like 24 frame. You know, hopefully in a firmware update down the line, maybe that's something Canon could add in. You know, they had it on the 80D, they had it on the 70D, so I'd really love to see 24 frame on the 90D. this setup's really great for a vlogger, especially on the 90D. You've got the flip out LCD screen, which is great, so you can compose and see yourself if you're recording yourself. I've got the shotgun microphone right up on top in the hot shoe. Now, the EOS M6 Mark II, it has a flip up screen. It doesn't go to the side, it flips right up on top of the camera, so that kind of makes it impossible for you to compose yourself and have a shotgun microphone in a hot shoe. So that's something to consider. The onboard microphone in that camera is pretty good though. You know, if you're just doing some basic vlogging, you want to keep things as small as is possible, that might be a good option. Yeah, the EOS M6 Mark II is a concentration of all these features that we find in the 90D in this smaller, mirrorless package. It is noticeably thinner. If you had like a pancake lens on this, it's actually something that you could put into a cargo pocket. But it's really, really light, really, really easy to carry with you. And because it gets rid of the mirror box, it actually has some performance advantages. A continuous burst mode, like 10 frames per second on the 90D, is 14 frames per second on the EOS M6 Mark II, which is amazing. The LCD screen tilts up, which is wonderful for selfie mode. Autofocus uses dual pixel autofocus. It's the same kind of autofocus that you get using live mode in the 90D. It's snappy, it's fast, works wonderful for stills, works wonderful in video. Has face detection autofocus, which is great for tracking. But my favorite thing about using the EOS M6 Mark II today was the engagement that I had with the camera body. You know, mirrorless cameras, because they're smaller, oftentimes like controls are left out, or they're small and they're finicky feeling. That's not the case here. There was an exposure compensation dial on the original M6, that's gone. That's now a customizable control dial, which you can set the functions for right on top of the camera. So you have dials right around the shutter. You have a control command dial on the back. And then check this out, there's a switch that allows you to go from autofocus to manual focus. And this button supports back button autofocusing. So these are all features that are control features that you'd find on a very, very high-end DSLR, and they all fit logically on this layout with the M6 Mark II. All right, look at how compact this is, man. I mean, it is easy to carry with you. Now, you're gonna be composing with the rear LCD screen. You know, that articulates, which is really great. But if you wanted a dedicated finder, you know, if you like to work that way, there is a clip-in available. If you buy one of the kits in North America with kit lens, this is in the box. If you're buying it body by itself, this is an additional accessory, so it's just something to keep in mind. There's just so much crossover, so many shared features and specs between the two cameras. Both have a 32 plus megapixel imaging sensor. Both are incredibly fast in terms of responsiveness. That's Canon's Digic 8 processor working overtime. You even get better high ISO performance there. I think really what it boils down to is, do you want the 100% coverage optical viewfinder or the 100% readout that's coming off of the imaging sensor in the mirrorless option? Either way, I think you're going to be very, very happy if you're looking for a premium APS-C Canon interchangeable lens system camera. For more on the Canon EOS 90D and the Canon EOS M6 Mark II, visit B&H. I'm photographer David Flores. See you next time.